beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Trulyludi. Yes, we are really doing it. We are evolving, we are learning, we are executing, and we are keeping this channel great for you. And I really love what I'm doing. I don't want to start to talk about all of these things at the beginning of the video, but yeah, again, thank you for watching. So today, what are we going to talk about? So today we are going to talk about, it's a new video series talking about building credit. First thing, we're going to try to establish good credit. We're going to understand what is a credit score. We're going to understand what is a credit report, and we're going to talk about why is it important. Why is it even important? So before we dive in and talk about like how to establish a good credit score, we have to start talking about the preliminaries, what is a credit score? The basic question. So a credit score is a number. It's a number between 300 to 850. And that number goes how likely it is you will pay back your debt. And if you go to a loan company, which is a mortgage or auto loan company or other loan company, it tells them, it tells what loan are you qualify for, how much money they're willing to give you to go do whatever it is that you want to do, and the interest you're going to have to pay when you're paying back this loan. And the higher the number of your credit score, the more likely it is for them in their mind that you're going to pay back your debt, and the more likely it is they'll give you more money because they believe that you're going to pay back your debt. So what is a good score? Like, is it 300 or is it 850? So a good score, the quality, excellency, is between 720 to 850. And an excellent score is between 720 to 850. A good score is between 689 to 719. The average score is between 620 to 679. And we have right here, and you see what is a poor score, what is a bad score, and I'm gonna tell you a miserable score is between 499 and 300, meaning these people need to work on their credit score. So what specific things can you do to increase your score? What is those specific things to do? First, you have to understand, what is your score based on? What are people looking at when they see your score? So the thing they're looking at, I'm gonna have a pie chart so you can see the most important information that goes into giving you that credit score. First is your payment history. So your payment history is really important. They want to see, it's 35% of your credit score. So they want to see how likely are you paying your debt, not only paying your debt, but are you paying on time. And the second big part is how much money do you owe? How many line of credit do you have, and how much money do you owe? Do you owe 20,000, 10,000, 3,500? What is it? And that is 30% of what is going to your credit score. And 15% is your length of credit. How long have you had credit? That's why certain older people tend to have better credit, because they have had their credit for such a long time. And 10% goes to new line of credit, meaning like different types, because we talk about mortgage, we talk about auto loan, we talk about different credit cards out there, and new line of credit are basically that. And the last 10% is the type of credit do you have. Do you have credit card? Do you have mortgage? Do you have auto loan? And this is 10% of your credit score. So before we talk about credit score, again, we have to discuss your credit history. Mention it is 35% of what your credit score is. So it is really important, and it helps in building your score. So what is a credit history? A credit history is a record of everything. Every single thing pertaining to any credit that you have had or applied for in the past, that is summarized in one report. So where to get the report? If there's a report out there with all your credit history, where is it? Where is that report? Let's go find it. Where is it? Yes, people, the government is watching you. So even if you don't plan on applying for a credit score, even if you don't plan on applying for a mortgage or a car loan or a new line of credit, it is always a good idea to check your credit report. Because we were asking ourselves the question, where is this report that people have of us with all of our information? So you can get a copy of your report on the website. It's called annualcreditreport.com. And it is a summary from 3 largest credit bureau, which is Equifax, Credit Service, TransUnion, and Experian. It tells all the information about you, about your credit score, about your credit score might not be on it, but about your credit and whatever it is that you did pertaining to debt and credit and like all these things, it has it on the report. It is yours. So another thing to keep in mind, if you find when you get your credit report, if you find any mistake on the credit report, it is in your legal right to contact all 3 agencies, which is Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, so they could investigate on the matter. Because this is very important, because if you go to get a mortgage, an auto loan, or a line of credit, all your report is being investigated by those lender company to make sure that you don't have no outstanding bill, you don't have late payments and all of these things on your credit report. So they're taking tabs. So you personally, you should take tab too, just in case you find something that you never expected. You could call them and fix that right away. So now that we figure out how we're gonna get the credit report, so where do we get our credit score? Who is giving the credit score? So the best known and widely used credit score comes in where 90% of lender use come from FICO. You've probably seen it in your credit card statement. Some credit card statement actually have the FICO score on it. It is based on a system developed by Fair Isaac Corporation. This score is calculated based on 22 pieces of data from the credit report. Remember, we talked about this previously. It is 35% your payment history, 30% the amount that you owe, 15% your length of credit, and 10% the new line of credit that you have, and another 10% which is the type of credit that you use. So now we're gonna go to the big question, the one that you've been waiting for. How do you improve your score? I know the thing that I'm gonna list it are very important. You need to pay attention, because these are what's gonna help you in improving your credit score. Not getting a bunch of credit card, not getting a bunch of debt, not like shopping in a specific store. All these things are myth, basically. What's gonna help you is to first, you need to at least once a year, because you get one for free, get your credit card report and make sure it is accurate. Go over it, make sure everything that is listed on it pertains to you, your personal information, your inquiries, everything on that credit report is yours and nothing is false on it. Another thing you have, if you have to ask to have any miss or late payment that are more than 7 years removed from your account. It is in your legal rights to contact them. If you see something that is more than 7 years old, you need to take it out, and it is within your right to do so. And also, you have to pay your bills on time. On time doesn't mean the day of, the day before. If preferably pay them a week or 2 weeks before the actual date, because it is really, paying your debt is really important. And another thing is to be loyal to your lender. It is not good for your credit score to close old account, because remember, part of your credit score is the length of your history. Your history is very important. If you're closing old account, meaning you're losing these history, and it affect your score. So you have to limit your debt and limit your account. So meaning don't max out on your credit card. It is never a good idea to max out on your credit card. So do not do that. And you work to pay down consumer revolving debt. Consumer revolving debt are your credit card. You have to work to pay these things off. And another thing, all these things are very important in order for you to improve your credit score. So improving your credit score takes time and patience. So it is important for you to understand this is not going to happen from today to tomorrow. It is something that you actually actively have to work on every year. Because it takes really little for you to mess up your credit score, but it takes a lot of work for you to improve your credit score. Taking action right now, today, is really important. Understand what your credit is. Understand your credit report. Investigate if there's something wrong with it. These things are important. And pay attention to your bills. Pay attention to your spending. Everything, when you think about it, comes together. Budgeting, understanding credit card, understanding your personal finance, evaluating yourself. All these things are important as well too when you're building your credit, when you're building your credit score. There's people out there who are obsessed with shopping, who are obsessed, not, I wouldn't say obsessed, who can't help themselves basically by spending a lot, by putting themselves in a lot of debt. Those people, they need help. They might need help, and to help them to not put themselves in such a pit hole, because all of these things comes together and it affects your credit score. And at some point you want to get an auto loan. I wouldn't recommend, but that's a conversation for another day. You want to get a mortgage for a house. You want to get a loan for something very important, because I always recommend, if you're getting a loan, it has to be for an investment. And we're going to talk about this in the future too. So good investments are what we get loan for. You want to get all these things, but you have to make sure your credit report is accurate. You have to make sure your credit score is on point. So thank you for watching this video. See you next time for the other video. Okay, so thank you for watching, and share, like, and subscribe. Right. Thank you for watching.